starry night will come to be. Come tonight. Darker the moon, dark night, beginnings. Darker the moon, plan to see tonight. Darker the moon, dark night, and vision will come to be by the full moonlight. Darker the moon, dark night, beginnings. Darker the moon, plan to see tonight. Darker the moon, dark night, and vision will come to be by the full moonlight. Darker the moon, darker beginnings. Darker the moon, plan to see tonight. Darker the moon, dark and vision will come to be by the full moonlight. Darker the moon, new beginnings. Darker the moon, plan to see tonight. Darker the moon, what we envision will come to be by the full moonlight.
Welcome to our annual winter solstice service on the longest night of the year. Since we cannot be together in person, as we come together for this beloved worship service and time of reflection, we offer you a virtual sage smudging and blessing. May your hands be cleansed, that they create beautiful things. May your feet be cleansed, that they might take you where you most need to be. May your heart be cleansed, that you might hear its messages clearly. May your throat be cleansed, that you might speak rightly when words are needed. May your eyes be cleansed, that you might see the signs and wonders of the world. May this person and space be washed clean by the smoke of these fragrant plants. And may that same smoke carry our prayers spiraling to the heavens.
The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. The earth, the air, the fire, the water, return, 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 return. Aye, 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 oh, aye, oh, aye, oh, aye, 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 oh.
Tonight, we welcome that connection to ancient times, when our ancestors honored and worshiped the turning wheel of the year and welcomed the mystery of the darkness. On this sacred night, the longest, darkest night of the year, we reflect on the power of darkness in our world and our lives. For it is in the dark when we can hear the whispers of our heart's longing, whispers of the longing of our earth. We offer our blessing for the darkness, for the mushrooms that grow in the dark and the honeysuckle that sends its scent into the night. The darkness that some animals require for hibernation is the same darkness that soothes us to sleep. We give thanks for the sheltering spaces of the dark, a rich earth where seeds germinate, caves that sheltered our ancient ancestors, the storm cellars that offer us protection, the wombs that provide our first nourishment. Tonight is a time to pause and reflect, to embrace our connection to the force of life, to the earth, to the ground of all being, to creative energy, to the universe. Let us breathe. Fill your body with breath. inviting yourself to be fully present in this space, letting go of all your burdens and to-do lists, any last-minute gift buying and wrapping. Tune in to your spiritual center, to that place of deep connection to humanity, to that which is greater than our minds can imagine, but which our hearts can receive. As we breathe together, we join our energy and collective power for tonight's ritual. We connect with peoples of all times and all places to celebrate this ancient pagan ritual.
In pagan rituals, it is customary to begin with casting a circle and blessing the space by invoking the energies of the four elemental directions: earth, air, fire, water, and also spirit, corresponding to the north, east, south, west, and center. In tonight's virtual ritual, you are invited to join us in calling forth the directions and blessing your worship space along with our leaders, acknowledging the sacredness of this time and place into which we invite the energy and magic of this day. Our worship leaders have created altars, which you will see on your screen, to honor the direction they are calling. We begin by facing the east and moving clockwise.
Spirit of the East, the power of air, the howling air that drives the cold through cracks, the silent air that tosses and turns as the snow flurries as they fall. We welcome you into our circle on this sacred night. Blessed be.
Spirit of the South, power of fire, the crackling fire which glows warm in our hearths and in our hearts, the raging fire which burns in the distant brightness of the sun. We welcome you into our circle on this sacred night. Blessed be.
Spirit of the West, power of water, the thawing water which digs rhythmically from melting icicles, the frozen water which blankets the earth in a mantle of white snow. We welcome you into our circle on this sacred night. Blessed be.
Spirit of the North, power of earth, the sleeping earth within which life waits to be reborn. The living earth, which even now shows her colors evergreen. We welcome you to our circle on this sacred night. Blessed be.
Spirit of the center, power of love, the love that holds us in its depth, the love of mystery and of sacrifice, the deep neighbor love connects us to each to all. We welcome you into our circle on the sacred night. Blessed be. Please join us in reciting the final circle casting words on your screen. The circle is cast. We are between the worlds, beyond the bounds of time, where night and day, birth and death, joy and sorrow meet as one. So mote it be.
Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, spirits draw near. Gathered here in one strong body, gathered here in the struggle and the power, spirits draw near. Gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in the mystery of the body, gathered here in the mystery of the hour, gathered here in the mystery of the body, gathered here in the struggles and the body, gathered here in the struggle of the heart, gathered here in the mystery of the heart, gathered here in the mystery of the body, gathered here in the struggles and the body,
In a society so dependent on technology, we can easily lose the rhythm of the seasons, how we move in them, and how they move in us.
Peoples around the world have long noted and celebrated the solstice. Here in the Northern Hemisphere, it is the moment in Earth's orbit around the sun when we are tilted as far away from the light as we get. The night is longest, the day is shortest.
Ancient peoples who were far more adept sky watchers than most of us today noted this moment well. It is a physical shift, a literal turning point upon which we have layered meaning and metaphor.
Solstice means sun stands still. As the earth cycles from summer into fall into winter, the sun's arc across the sky gets lower and lower until the day the sun stops dipping toward the horizon. Indeed, the sun actually seems to stand still for a day before starting to climb again.
Humans have been celebrating the solstice for thousands of years, and these celebrations have gone by many names. The Germanic Yule, the Roman Centenalia, and the Persian Sikania, and many more worldwide. It was a time to rest in the blessed darkness, a time to welcome the light, and still today, with all our technical and scientific understanding of the movements of the earth, we stand in awe of the mystery of creation and our place in the cosmos.
So much of our celebrations at this time of year have their roots in pagan, earth-centered traditions: holly, mistletoe, greens and reds, Santa and gift exchanges, a spirit of charity and generosity. So we carry them on today.
The moment of the solstice moves around on the calendar a bit. This year, the moment occurred at 3:02 Mountain Standard Time this morning. That's Monday, December 21st, 2020. Though we may not feel it in the moment, we can yet look for the moments of shifting in our own hearts, the time when your own leaning into the dark is done and the trip back towards the light begins. We may join in modern celebration, letting go of the past year and embracing the next, reflecting on what we leave behind with darkness, considering our hopes and resolutions for the coming year. Joyous
Yule.
Harvest is over, the cold settles in. The nights are getting longer, the chilly winter wind. And I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? And I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? The animals hibernate, snow may begin. The evergreens listen, nearing solstice again. And I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? And I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? I sit here and reflect on the year that has passed. My family and friendships, time goes
goes by so fast, and I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? And I whisper in the moonlight, when will sun return? There are school plays, there are presents, and zooming with friends. There's church and time to ponder, we look deep within. Then I whisper in the moonlight, when will peace return? Then I whisper in the moonlight, when will light return?
Winter Solstice by Rebecca Parker. Perhaps for a moment, the keyboards will stop clicking, the wheels stop rolling, the computers desist from computing, and a hush will fall over the city. For an instant, in the stillness, the chiming of celestial spheres will be heard as Earth hangs poised in the crystalline darkness and then gracefully tilts.
Let there be a season when holiness is heard, and the splendor of living is revealed. Stunned to stillness by beauty, we remember who we are and why we are here. There are inexplicable mysteries. We are not alone. In the universe, there moves a wild one, whose gestures alter Earth's axis toward love. In the immense darkness, everything spins with joy. The cosmos enfolds us.
We are caught in a web of stars, cradled in a swaying embrace, rocked by the holy night. Babes of the universe, let this be the time we wake to life, like spring wakes in the moment of winter solstice.
And the solstice candle
This is In Celebration of Winter Solstice by Stephanie Day. Do not be afraid of the darkness. Dark is the rich, fertile earth that cradles the seed, nourishing growth. Dark is the soft night that cradles us to rest. Only in darkness can stars shine across the vastness of space. Only in darkness is the moon's dance so clear. There is mystery woven in the dark, quiet hours. There's magic in the darkness. Do not be afraid. We are born of this magic. It fills our dreams that root, unravel, and weave themselves in the shelter of the deep, dark night. Dark has its own hue, its own resonance, its own breath. It fills our soul, not with despair, but with promise. Dark is the gestation of our deep and knowing self. Dark is the cave where we rest and renew our soul. We are born of the darkness, and each night we return to the deep, moist womb of our beginnings. Do not be afraid of the darkness, for in the depth of that very darkness comes a first glimpse of our own light, the pure inner light of love and knowing. As it glows and grows, the darkness recedes. As we shed our light, we shed our fear and revel in the wonder of all that is revealed. So do not rush the coming of the sun. Do not crave the lengthening of the day. Celebrate the darkness. Here and now, a time of richness, a time of joy.
Silent night, solstice night, all is calm, all is bright. Gather the ancestors round the fire. Let go the past, bring a new dream alive. Sing to bring in the light. Sing to bring in the light. Silent night, oh, the silent solstice night, oh, the solstice night is calm, carol is bright. Gather the ancestors round the fire. Let go the past, bring a new dream alive. Sing to bring in the light. Sing to bring in the light. Silent night, oh, the silent solstice night, oh, the solstice night is calm, carol is bright. Gather the ancestors round the fire. Let go the past, bring a new dream alive. Sing to bring in the light. Sing to bring in the light.
Please join me in this time of meditation and silence. After our meditation, you will hear the ringing of the bowl. At that time, all are invited to light your candle with a word or two about the light you seek in the coming year. Write it in the chat, then continue your meditation, allowing the words of others to deepen your connection to the darkness and the light. Yet for now, breathe back into the darkness. Breathe and open. Settle into yourself in peace and at ease. Imagine if you can, remember if you will, a time before time and a space before this place where we now sit comfortably in the warmth of the fire's glow. Rest your eyes now. Allow them to close as you imagine, if you can, remember if you will, back through the familial generations to the ancestors' time, on the ancestors' land. The ancestors' fires glow under the star-filled sky. The same sky above us, filled mostly with night, for we are as far from the sun as can be. Remember as you can, imagine, if you will, just half a year past when we had little time for rest as daylight filled the sky and we were busy with the land, playing and working and being in our heat-filled and lush green world bursting with life. The river ran full, at times too full. The flowers were nodding in the gardens thick with ripening food. The birds were singing in the leafy treetops. Life bloomed and buzzed all around, and yet the days grew shorter. We hardly noticed between our chores of tending the fields and trails. We did notice the animals getting fat and their fur getting full as we welcomed our harvest amid the waning days and crisping nights. We noticed the greens of the trees morphing to yellow, orange, and red until there was frost on the ground and the vines turned black. Gone were the birds. Where did they go? And the view through the branches, as above, so below. The creepy crawlies were gone. No more plants, no more weeds. And the cold north wind now whips through the reeds, sending us hiding inside and away as the nighttime took over and put out the day. The world is quiet in a death-like sleep. Our only chore now is to visit the deep, the well of our soul, to discover what needs to be brought into the light. Now, as we gather to turn the wheel of the year, the light does return, never doubt, never fear. And though our coldest days have yet to come, we join now together to welcome the sun. Open your eyes and look all around this gathered community. Even virtually, we make quite a crowd. You need not be alone. So in the next quiet while, rest deeply until we gather it in bulk and again turn the wheel. As the goddess and God look around, they are pleased to hear us proclaim, "As I will, so mote it be." We enter a time of quiet, candlelit reflection. Please join us in this virtual candle lighting by sharing in the chat the word or phrase guiding your light in the coming year. As your invocations are read aloud, we will light a candle on your behalf in our sanctuary, as we do every year, filling it with light. You are also invited to light your own candle in your worship space. After all our candles are lit, we will share a time of silence together.
For beauty and joy and a light for all the loss of this year.
Looking forward to new beginnings. for belovedness.
New beginnings with retirement. Curiosity. Justice for all. Freedom. Health. Discovery. Love, peace, and a coming together. Sharing the light of love undifferentiated. Gratitude. Peace and calm. Peace. Peace. Joy. Hope. Resilience. Love. Awakening humanity. Exploration. Connection. Family and good health. Peace and calm. Sharing the light of love undifferentiated. Exploration. Evolve. Unity. Sweet reunions. Beginnings of a new year and light. I light my candle for deeper compassion. Deep and abundant love. Warmth. Good health. Healing. Love. Return to connectedness. Belonging. Opening heart and mind. Community. Calm mind and renewed happiness around. Healing. Balance. Abundance, health, light, and love. Kindness. Reconnection. For my husband seeing beyond. An end to the plague. Beauty and laughter. Courage. Love. Healing and reconciliation. May we be well, happy, and at peace. Freer air and brighter stars. Keep on keeping on. We look forward to adventure in 2021. Healing for broken hearts. Generosity. Travel with our loves, bringing people together. Bringing people together. More poetry, less prose. Understanding. The light of forgiveness and grace. Reconciliation. Closeness once again. Let the healing begin. Coming together. Healing. Healing the oceans. Embrace nature. Courage. Divine wisdom and communication. Thriving vitality. Family together. Survival. Gratitude. Stability. Findings and new beginnings. To make joy contagious. Making music together. Patience. A better future for the American people. Prosperity, health, family togetherness, hugging the grandchildren, warmth, joy and laughter, hugs in person, deep listening, family time, lots and lots of hugs, roofs over all our heads, the joy of resistance filling our souls together, civility and empathy. Attending plays and concerts, real school, and more hugs. My life back. Simplicity, rest for our hardworking teachers and healthcare workers. The return of respect for one another. Love and repair Mother Earth. The return of respect for one another. And more hugs. A new blessed path forward.
In the stillness of winter, as the wheel of the year turns, in the silence of the darkness, as the sun stands still, we return to ourselves to hear the whispers of truth, the whispers of the earth and of our own hearts, the call of our own spirit, summoning the dawn's new light, the promise of a new day. May we heed the power of the darkness, stunned into stillness by its beauty. May we allow ourselves to rest in the deep song of our soul with open hearts and spirits fulfilled to honor one another and our earth, to welcome a new dawn. Blessed be. We open the circle releasing the spirits of the 4 elemental directions back into the universe, that we might feel their presence and that of our earth until we meet again. As our callers speak the words, please feel free to join us in your spaces by facing the direction as it's being released, moving counterclockwise. We begin in the north.
Spirits of the north, powers of earth, we thank you for joining in our circle, and we ask our blessing as you depart. May there be peace between us now and forever. Hail and farewell. Blessed be.
Spirits of the west, powers of water, we thank you for joining in our circle, and we ask your blessing as you depart. May there be peace between us now and forever. Hail and farewell. Blessed.
Spirits of the south, powers of fire, we thank you for joining in our circle, and we ask your blessing as you depart. May there be peace between us now and forever. Hail and farewell. Blessed be.
Spirits of the east, powers of air, we thank you for joining in our circle, and we ask your blessing as you depart. May there be peace between us now and forever. Hail and farewell. Blessed be.
Spirits of the center, powers of love and abiding spirit that live within each of us, we thank you for joining us in our circle. May we carry the power of all the elements with us as we open our circle. Hail and farewell. Blessed be. Please join us in reciting the final words to open our circle. The circle is open, yet unbroken. May the peace of the goddess be ever in your heart. Merry meet and merry part, and merry meet again. Blessed be.
Peace be with you in this moment. Peace be with you now. All around, dear Lord, peace, serenity, and peace, serenity.